And welcome from the Unidome. And Cedar Falls Community Television is excited to provide you with high school football. It's sophomore action. And Cedar Falls hosting the Mustangs of Dubuque Hempstead. Mark Simpson along with the coach, John Yoakum. And John, we do this once a year. Chance to spotlight on the sophomore team here at Cedar Falls. And we got a great one as Cedar Falls 3-0 versus Dubuque Hempstead 4-0.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better matchup on this open up district play.
So Cedar Falls ready to kick off. This will be Matthew Eel. And it's a kick that'll be all the way down to the 11-yard line. And Hempstead with the return just across the 25-yard line, and that's where they'll take over. Cedar Falls won the coin flip. They deferred, and they'll be trying to stop a Dubuque Hempstead team that has rolled past their opponents so far this year. What do you know about this sophomore team, John?
Well, I know they've been, pretty talented throughout, but they really haven't had a close game yet. So it'll be interesting to see two undefeated teams going at it.
So the quarterback working out of that pistol. Quick slant, cross side of the field. Short gain on the play as the Tigers quickly converge. Jack Smith making the catch for Dubuque Hempstead.
Looked like Ryan Fink there on the tackle.
In 3, second down and
Second down and 8 coming up here for the Mustangs. So spread the wealth. Like to spread the field here. And this is Montacchio. And he is caught in the backfield. Great penetration by Riley Barnett for Cedar Falls, who came out of the gap and immediately wrapped up Montacchio and brought him down to lose yardage.
Look at he shot right through the A gap there. Nobody picked him up.
Loss of a yard, so it's 3rd down and 9. Hempstead has to get to the 37-yard line. They'll spread the field. 3 receivers here to the near side. Receiver top of the field. Carson Meisenberger, the quarterback, rolling to his right, wanted to run for it, dumps it to an open receiver, well short of the first down, and making the catch is A.J. Lang, but he's about 3-4 yards short of the first down. And
it's a good job by the Tigers there to keep the ball in front of them.
Looks like Jordan Hepner with the tackle.
I think Eller was in on the tackle as well. Sets up a punting situation.
So 3 and out as it's a 4th down and a long 3 coming up for Hempstead. Not a good snap as they're able to get the punt off. Oh, and the return man, he is knocked down. Obvious penalty is going to be thrown as for Cedar Falls. That was Jordan Hepner. Going to take that return. He has legs cut out before the ball was even close to him. Watch that.
It's lucky he didn't get hurt there. I didn't see him try to fair catch it either. It looked like he was going to try to catch and go with it.
We'll see one more time here. It looked okay, and he looked like he was tripped on the play. Smith.
Yeah, nobody's going to intentionally do that, but still, it's a dangerous play.
So he got his feet caught up with one of the Tigers, Gavin Parzial, and he stumbled in. So that was not an intentional play by the Dubuque Hempstead player. Moments delay, one of the Mustangs shaken up and walking slowly off the field. This is Jaden Hoskins. So 15-yard penalty, and it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Cedar Falls has a very good quarterback, Hunter Jacobson, 6 foot, 150 pounds for this Cedar Falls sophomore team.
It's a great starting field position as well.
And he'll work out of the pistol. Flankers to either side. And they'll run the ball, and this is Hepner. Hepner keeping the legs moving, and Hepner falling forward. Good gain on 1st down as he buries his way up to the 45-yard line at Dubuque Hempstead. It's a pickup of 9 yards.
It's a nice job of Burleson here hustling in at the end of the play to help drive the ball carrier forward, get the extra yards that you can there.
2nd down and 1. See if the Tigers with the short yardage to pick up. They might go deep down the field here for a big play potential. Jacobson. No, will hand it off. Hepner will pick up the first down, spinning, keeping the legs moving, and falls down at the 38-yard line.
A lot of room to run up there. The linemen are doing a really good job of opening holes. Hepner's making some extra yardage after contact as well.
Now, this has been a very strong Hempstead defense. They've only allowed 12 points all season long, and they came in one game when Hempstead beat Cedar Rapids, Washington, 27-12. So they have posted 3 shutouts so far. And Jacobson throws it to the near side and getting past the defender down the sidelines. And up is Caden Jansen, and Jansen takes it inside the 15-yard line.
That's where you want to get it on the edge to a good athlete. Makes one guy miss. Gets an extra 20 or so yards.
Ball will be spotted running the left hash mark at the about the 12-yard line. So Cedar Falls on their opening drive threatening here in this battle of unbeatens. Backs to either side of the quarterback, Jacobson, and a little misdirection play, and carrying the football is Riley Barnett off the left side. And that surprised Hempstead. That's a good gain and almost another first down run for the Tigers.
Cedar Falls is doing a nice job of pulling linemen to get numbers on the side they want to run the ball. There's just a huge hole there for Barnett.
So 2nd down and 1. Ball just outside the 3-yard line. Tigers knocking on the door in this opening drive. Same formation that they ran the last play. This time they go off the right side of the line of scrimmage, and untouched all the way in for the score is Hepner and Cedar Falls. An impressive way to begin this ball game as Hepner goes in from 3.5 yards out, and Cedar Falls grabs an early 6-0 lead.
Yeah, that's a great opening statement there. Defense goes out, forces a 3-and-out. Offense takes the ball. Didn't have a single negative play. Marched right down the field. Touchdown.
Most of that yardage coming on the legs of Jordan Hepner. Got the big reception from Jansen. Set him in deep as the try for the extra point is good by Matthew Eel. And Cedar Falls takes a 7-0 lead. So a 55-yard drive. And it's a 7-0 lead for Cedar Falls. And for Hempstead, an unbeaten team and only given up 12 points all season long. I'm sure they're a little bit shell-shocked right now.
And that's something when you have a matchup of 2 undefeated teams. You know, both teams have some confidence coming in, but when you come out here and can't move the ball at all in 3 plays and then they go right down the field and score, that's kind of demoralizing. It'll be interesting to see how they bounce back here with their next possession.
Let's see that touchdown again by Jordan Hepner. And look at the big gap off that right side of the line of scrimmage. As making it look easy is Hepner. Cedar Falls coming off an impressive win last week on the road. They beat Bettendorf 44-7. Now, these two teams have a couple common opponents. Hempstead beat Bettendorf this year, but it was only a 9-0 score. Some young Tiger fans happy about the start of this game. As Eel kicking off again. This time a shorter kick got underneath it. Running up, taking the ball to 22-yard line is Hempstead, and Charlie Bessler takes it up to the 32-yard line.
Barnett didn't make the tackle on this play, but he's the one that opened it up for everybody else. He just busts right through the wedge here on that kickoff, allowing people to come free.
The other common opponent between these two teams is Iowa City High. Cedar Falls beat City High 30-14. Hempstead beat Iowa City High 21-0. So Meisenberg, the quarterback for Hempstead, will hand the ball off. And again, the Tigers get the penetration, and the back is engulfed. Sea of red. And he'll lose a couple yards. Nowhere to go for Kyrie Tate.
There's a great job there. All the interior linemen are getting off their blocks. Linebackers are getting through the gaps. Hempstead's having a hard time controlling Cedar Falls up front.
2nd down and 12. Appears to be a passing situation. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the top of the field. They'll throw a slant in, a low throw, and incomplete. Cedar Falls with the coverage by Ryan Fink.
And when you're able to stop the runs, it limits what you can play call offensively, so it lets Cedar Falls kind of pin their ears back and be aggressive on the edge.
It's got 5:39 to go in this opening quarter. Cedar Falls taking control early. Big play coming up here. 3rd down and 12. Meisenberg looking left all the way. Ball floats in the air, has a receiver. Oh, and a great play by Fink. The last moment, he deflects that ball, and it's incomplete.
That was perfect timing here. He kind of watches the eyes. As he reaches for the ball, he slaps at it. Last minute, that's a great job.
Wow, textbook by Ryan Fink. As the receiver had gotten a step as Noah Pettinger looked like he was going to have a big play, but it goes incomplete. Now punting again are the Mustangs. That last snap was a high-hanging one. This one's much better. Tigers still put some heat on him. And this is Hepner at the 31, 35, 40, up and still spinning. I like the way he's always falling forward. As gets to the Mustang 49-yard line. Flag comes flying out.
It's usually never good on a punt return if you see a flag coming in late. Probably a block in the back, or is that what it was there, Mark? A block in the back, or what they call there? Holding or block in the back?
I think there was a clip that they indicated. I'll mark off the yardage that Hepner had on the return.
We'll just use it as more total yards on this next drive here. So,
still decent field position for Cedar Falls, starting at the 35-yard line. 5:24 to go here in this first quarter. 7-0 Cedar Falls, second time on offense. Hunter Jacobson, he is the son of University of Northern Iowa men's basketball coach Ben Jacobson. Rolls to his right, under some pressure. Heaves it down the field, the receiver's open. Did he get his foot in bounds? No. Trying to tiptoe down the sidelines for the Tigers was Caleb Rasty. Almost made an acrobatic catch.
It's a good throw on the run there. Just ran out of room there on the edge. Nope, just out of bounds.
They caught it, but out of bounds. 2nd and 10 coming up. So Cedar Falls with some real talent in this sophomore team. I know you're impressed with this Riley Barnett.
Yeah, he's a very physical runner and a great defender. He's really hard to block.
Jacobson will give it off to Barnett, and Barnett right on cue picks up. Wow. Now he picks up that 15 yards. Look at that.
It's just one of the things I really like about him. You know, he seems like he always gets the better end of every hit. I mean, he goes through all these holes. A couple of guys make some contact, but he finishes the run and gets the extra 4 or 5 yards. Seems like every single time.
Right now, the Cedar Falls offensive line is the story of this ball game. Connor Jacobson, Gavin Mapes are the tackles. Drew Campbell, Ben Burleson are the guards. Bryce Borcherding, the center. Will Lynch, the tight end. They are dominating. 1st and 10 at the 48. Quick pitch. This is Hepner. Cuts it inside. Still on his feet. 40. He has some running room. He's at the 30. One man to beat. He accelerates and then spun out of bounds at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a great point you brought up, Mark, about the holes we're getting. Our running backs are getting holes that their running backs are definitely not getting. Great cut back here. Good vision. Good pickup of the block there on the edge by the receiver. Just big plays.
38-yard run for Jordan Hepner. And the Tigers continue their domination of this first quarter. So that backfield of Barnett. Also in there now is Drew Sterrett. And they'll give it off to Sterrett. Sterrett will fight his way to the 9. That might be the shortest gain so far in the game for Cedar Falls, and it's still
that's the first time he couldn't drive a truck through the hole right there.
Good penetration that time made by Dubuque Hempstead. As coming in there was Jaden Hoskins, 6 foot, 180 linebacker. So it's 2nd and goal from the 9. Getting the same backfield of Barnett and Sterrett. Now they're going to move Sterrett out in the flat. And Jacobson in trouble. He was going to go down. Faked the pitch and was going to keep it himself. But it's Hempstead putting on the penetration this time.
They definitely like the idea, sending the running back out, faking Barnett. You'd think that should be open, but Hempstead did a good job of getting penetration there.
So it's told that it was Owen Denholm, correction. I'm sorry, I said Drew Sterrett. I was reading my number wrong. Denholm's 32, correction, not Drew Sterrett. Sorry about that. It's 3rd and goal. Ball back to the 11. And this is Barnett. Barnett fighting, carrying tackles, and down about the 2. Sure, Cedar Falls is going to go for it in this situation, or will they bring?
Well, they got it right. They got it right in the middle of the field where you could kick a field goal. They might just put kind of a jumbo package and try to power it in as well. Plus, with the way the defense is played, you know you're not really going to hurt yourself if you don't get this as well.
Well, Matthew Eel, the kicker, is in there, but he's going to be used at tight end. Strong side to the left. Here we go, 4th and goal from the 3. And Cedar Falls will give it to Hepner, and Hepner again goes in untouched with the score, and Cedar Falls takes a 13-0 lead.
That was just a big numbers advantage. They overloaded the right side of the line, had a lead blocker. Just can't stop that. There's too many guys.
So Cedar Falls, 4th and goal from the 3. They get the touchdown. Big play on that drive was the 38-yard run by Hepner. And Cedar Falls takes a 14-0 lead. Let's look at that score again. Look at those convoy ahead of.
It's like 5 Tigers to block 2 Mustangs. We'll take our chances.
Hepner, you can tell he's gone to the end zone a lot.
Yeah,
no celebration.
Exactly.
Just flips that ball to the ref.
He'd get exhausted if he was celebrating as many touchdowns he's getting there.
So a couple of 3-yard touchdown runs by Jordan Hepner, Matthew Eel, pair of point afters, 14-0. So right now, Cedar Falls dominating this game, and will be kicking off with 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
You have a long ride from Dubuque on a bus, and then you get off the bus, and then you come out of the gates, you're down 14-0. You kind of need to regroup is what I think they're kind of doing down there.
You know these guys?
I didn't know those guys. They're definitely enjoying what they're seeing there tonight.
The sophomore game so far controlled by Cedar Falls. High kick that'll hang in the air, taken at the 14. Indecision on where to go for the return man, and that hurts him. Ryan Fink with the aggressive tackle.
Good aggressive play there. And it's kind of interesting with Fink at corner. That's 6'1" corner with that kind of speed is definitely hard to handle on the outside.
So now Hempstead, you got to feel, even though a lot of football left to be played, 2:05 to go here in this first quarter.
They're in a danger zone right now.
Yeah, they need something good to happen as Cedar Falls has controlled both sides of the football here. Meisenberg looking to the sidelines for the play. As they change it, they're going to move Luke Montacchio over to the left of the quarterback. And they'll give it a fake it to Montacchio. The quarterback will try it himself, and Meisenberg again loses yardage as Jaden King with the tackle.
Jaden King kind of finished him off here. That's just no fun up in there for the quarterback, faking the sweep and running up the middle.
There's Denholm again.
I think Corkery was in on the tackle as well.
2nd down and 10. No gain on the play. So Cedar Falls, as their ears pinned back, they put the heat on Meisenberg. Throws it, had a receiver open, but the quarterback with so much pressure on him, just couldn't set up to throw a good pass, and it bounces in front of the open receiver.
That defense is fired up there. The whole defensive line busted through. They sent Barnett in a blitz up the middle. The quarterback, I said, has no time to pass. The lineman got through so easily, I thought it might have been a screen pass there for a second.
Jaden Siegert was the open receiver, number 17 for Dubuque Hempstead. So now it's 3rd down and 10. Roll out. Quick pass over the middle. There's Siegert, makes the catch, and there's Hempstead's first down of the ball game. The ball moves up to the 41-yard line. Oh, we got a penalty, though, in the backfield. See if this is coming back.
Might have been roughing the passer.
It is. Personal foul against Cedar Falls.
And that's tough when you're, trying to fight through the line. You finally fight through, and then you have to stop on a dime after the quarterback throws it. Well, we'll see how Hempstead responds here. They just got a big play plus a 15-yard penalty.
That will push them for the first time in this game into Cedar Falls territory with 1 minute, 19 seconds to go in this sophomore game. Glad you could join us here on Cedar Falls Community Television. Mark Simpson along with John Yoakum. John is head coach at Peak Junior High. Rolling to his right, Meisenberg cuts up. Now he has running room. And Meisenberg, his strongest run of the game. Ball goes to the 35. And now Hempstead starting.
It looks like their linemen are starting to get some confidence.
Yeah, get a little continuity going offensively for the first time. 2nd down and 1. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Meisenberg, 6 feet tall, 170 pounds. Oh, confusion. Holding the ball out for Montacchio. And somehow they pick up a first down on that. That was a bizarre play. Had the ball held out. Montacchio had to stop. You go to the other side to get the ball and still. Watch this. Oh, we just don't see the.
We just missed the start of it. It was almost like a double dive, but it wasn't planned.
Look at, he has the ball to his right, and he was, or to his left, and he was going right.
Good finish to the run, though, driving his legs and picking up the extra yardage to get the first down.
So now Hempstead at the Cedar Falls 33-yard line. And they go strong on the right side. Montacchio fights his way out to the 29, and that ends the quarter. Cedar Falls leading 14-0, but Hempstead showing some life here offensively as we head into the second quarter. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls, or find us online at withamauto.com. We'll be back with more sophomore football right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.
What's the easiest way to buy? The Witham way. And that means offering you the convenience you need when shopping our 3 locations in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City. These locations mean always having the inventory you want when you want it. That's the Witham way. And check your mailbox for this month's specials or online at withamauto.com. Witham Auto Centers in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and LaPorte City.
Everything we do is driven by you.
$14-0, Cedar Falls leads after 1 quarter of action in the sophomore game. Mark Simpson with John Yoakum. Dubuque Hempstead, though, after going 3 and out the first 2 times they had the football, have put together a good drive and have a 2nd down and 5 coming up at the Cedar Falls 28-yard line. Going off the right side of the line of scrimmage, we'll see Tyler Freiberger.
Looked like Ben Burleson there on the tackle. Good job of getting off his block, getting upfield. Sets up 3rd and medium here, 3rd and 5 or 6.
Freiberger maybe even lost a half yard in that. It's a 3rd down. Yeah, it's about 3rd and 5. Obviously, this is 4-down territory for Dubuque Hempstead. Pass slant in off the hands of the intended receiver, Jaden Seegert, and incomplete. That was a good pass, and that should have been caught.
Exactly, it was right on the money. I'm sure he wishes he had that one back.
And you can just read his body language afterwards that he knows he should have had that reception. So now it's 4th down coming up. And the ball has to get right about the 20, just across the 24-yard line for a 1st down. Meisenberg. Oh, penalty flies. And we're going to have illegal procedure. And now you wonder if they will go for it here.
I think they will, because I don't think you're going to net a lot on a punt here.
So now it's 4th down and 12 coming up for the Mustangs from Dubuque Hempstead. They come in 4-0. Cedar Falls 3-0. Cedar Falls 3-0. They did not play in that first week of the year against Ankeny. They just
because Ankeny only plays the kind of the Des Moines metro area teams for the sophomore level.
So Meisenberg, an obvious passing situation, rolling out to his left, throws it, and incomplete. A flag is down, though. Let's hold everything, and it's going to be a holding penalty against Hempstead. That's declined by Cedar Falls, and Tigers defense holds, and they'll take over on downs. Boy, again, Cedar Falls just coming right through the line, and there's no chance for Meisenberg to set up.
Yep. It's hard to throw the ball when you're constantly under pressure. And he's going against his body as well. Corkery did a good job there of avoiding a penalty on the quarterback as well.
So the ball spotted at the 35-yard line. Tigers with touchdown drives of 55 and 69 yards. Pack it in tight, receivers to either side, and Hepner has had the big start of the ball game, up the middle for a couple. Luke Becker is the head coach for the Cedar Falls Tigers. Thank him for giving us information about his sophomore team as we look at the run again by Jordan Hepner. There's the coaching staff. Jacobson, good protection. High pass though, and off the hands of the intended receiver and incomplete. Looks like it was Caden Jansen.
Just a little high there. I'm sure Jacobson would like to have that throw back. Look, we had a guy open on the seam as well.
Hunter Jacobson has been impressive so far this year, hitting his targets. Spreads the ball around too on the deep ball. So it's not like he has one favorite receiver. Oh, little misdirection run, and Hepner will pick up the 1st down with a nice finish to that run.
That was a good play call there where you get some numbers pulling there. They're expecting pass. You pull the lineman on the left side to the right side, head downhill, and able to get the 1st down there.
Before the game when they're warming up, the eye test, I'm saying, well, it's a big Hempstead team physically.
Yep.
But it's been Cedar Falls. They've been just coming off the football really well. But again, they have an offensive line has been the
Size
story.
hurts and speed kills, basically.
1st and 10. Oh, play action over the middle and making the catch. There's Will Lynch, the tight end. Look at Lynch. Wow, that is a great effort as he takes the ball all the way to the 32-yard line. Stretching out at the end. He's a little slow getting up. He may have injured himself. They're stopping play here. Still on his stomach is Lynch.
That's it. Might be like a hip injury or something. He hasn't moved his left leg a whole lot.
At the end of the play, he did that stretch, extending himself, pick up as much yardage as possible, and let's hope it's not anything serious here. As the medical staff coming out to look at the injured tight end for Cedar Falls. Got an opportunity right now. Let's look at the scores this season for both these ball clubs. It's kind of interesting to comparison in the numbers for Cedar Falls. That's their season. Has closest game being 16 points, and there you see Dubuque Hempstead. They have posted 3 shutouts in this first game. Again, they've only given up 12 points coming in, but they've given up 14. They gave up 14 in that first quarter.
Just a little surprising because Cedar Falls has really had no problem moving the ball. Nice to see Lynch walking off the field there.
He jumps, springs up, and walking off on his little bit of assistance, but let's hope that he's all right and be able to come back into the ball game. So it's 1st and 10 after Lynch's pass reception. Puts the Tigers at the 34-yard line. 7:48 to go here in the second quarter. This is the district opener for both these teams in Class 4A District 3. And running hard up the middle, Hebner. Now there's no playoffs, obviously, for at the sophomore level, so winning that district title, that means a lot to these kids.
Exactly. And this is a great way to start it off against an undefeated Hempstead team if you can pull this one out.
Another player for Cedar Falls shaken up. And
I feel like he was holding his right knee there.
that'll be William Doyle for the Tigers. Oh,
yeah, he kind of got rolled up on there on the run. Looked like something maybe stepped on.
You had to watch Doyle right in the right-hand corner. He's blocking right there, 65, and gets his kind of left leg gets kind of cut out underneath him.
I think it's the Hempstead kid tackling the ball carrier that kind of either rolled up on his legs or hit him somehow.
So back-to-back plays and a couple Cedar Falls kids shaken up. There's William Doyle being looked at. Pete Waters, longtime trainer here at Cedar Falls. That's a tough play. You don't even see it coming. So getting a couple.
I think Coach Becker's calling for a taller player to help get the weight off that leg.
So Doyle, not putting any weight on that left ankle, comes off the field. Second down and 7. Play clock, still a lot of time, 19 seconds. Hunter Jacobson, the quarterback. Blitz is picked up, allows Jacobson to loft it towards the end zone. It's intercepted. Hung in the air, and a great pick on the play by Tyler Freiberger for Hempstead.
Sometimes that's one where you think if somebody's blitzing, there's, somebody might be open down the seam. That was a great individual play by the safety.
Trying to find Caden Jansen, and Freiberger makes the pick. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20. So Tyler Freiberger, great defensive play for the Mustangs.
Be interested to see if Hempstead will be able to build on the last drive because they had some things going and then they kind of stalled out near the end.
A lot of time remaining in this first half, 7:03. They'll give the ball off to Kyrie Tate. Tate, he's quick, not the size of the other backs, and Tries to turn the corner, but Cedar Falls. A lot of guys peel out there and able to quickly converge on Tate, and that'll bring up a lose a yard. 2nd down, 11.
Yeah, Barnett was the first one to get there, kind of read the play correctly.
So they'll keep Tate in there. He is the lone back. And Meisenberger slanting the ball off the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete. They're trying to find Noah Pettinger, pass behind him.
Ryan Fink with the coverage for the Tigers.
Kind of high and behind him, and that'll bring up now 3rd down and long.
And this is opens up everything defensively. If you want to blitz linebackers, if you want to just send 4 and play coverage, keep it in front of you. Just gives you lots of options here on 3rd and long.
Rolling out to his right. Now Meisenberg will throw it. Underneath is deflected, and a chance for an interception by Luke Eller for the Tigers.
Pass is incomplete.
It's interesting about the Cedar Falls defense. You have Fink at one corner at 6'1". The other corner is Gavin Parziali, who's a 5'6". So
it's the drastic difference there, but Cedar Falls did a good job of just keeping it in front of him there. Even if he would have caught it, Eller would have been able to make the play there and bring him down.
Cedar Falls calls it timeout. 6:16 to go. Is this timeout because they didn't have the right personnel in there? Let's take a look at the Class 4A District 3. Again, tonight is the first night of district competition. Some pretty good records there. Look at that.
As I say, we must have a pretty good sophomore district there.
As only one loss. Now Waterloo West.
What was Jefferson thinking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't believe Waterloo West has the numbers, I'm assuming
Yeah,
here.
that probably is the case.
But that is impressive. Standing at his own 5-yard line is the punter. And Jordan Hepner had a good return last time, called back. Snap, bounces in front of the punter. He's able to pick it up, though, on a good bounce. Oh, look at that hop to Hepner, and Hepner getting a seam and spun out of bounds. Oh, late hit.
Yeah.
Luke Odafai got his helmet knocked off, and then
I'm guessing he was frustrated after his helmet got knocked off and just kind of finished the tackle even though it was late out of bounds.
the ball really bounced perfectly for Hepner right into him. And watch this, Hepner running hard down the sidelines. Odafai's helmet comes off. Well out of bounds, Odafai with the tackle.
Yeah, I just think that's a little bit of frustration there after getting his helmet knocked off.
So they'll mark off the 15 yards, and Cedar Falls will have really strong field position as they are just outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. 6:03 to go in the first half, and the Tigers already leading 14-0. Last drive was thwarted with the interception in the end zone. Tigers packing it strong on that line of scrimmage, and they'll go with Barnett. And Barnett stood up, won't go down. Picks up a couple yards on the play. That's a hard-fought yardage there. Nice job by Lucas Sakadakis.
Looks like Hempstead's trying to stack up there for the run.
They put Jansen far side of the field on the left. And then Race-D here on the near side, along with Robs, and short yardage again for Barnett.
And again, it looks like Hempstead just committed to kind of selling out on the run and then playing one-on-one on the outside, taking their chances.
So it's a 3rd down and 9 coming up. Sophomore game, part of homecoming week here at Cedar Falls. A lot of fun activities throughout the week, but you know, homecoming's made by the football game. As rolling out to the right, and Jacobson throwing in the end zone. Oh, he had 2 receivers there, and it goes incomplete. And frustrated as Caleb Rasty, he thought he was going to catch that, and Gage Mills for the Tigers also in that direction. And I think it's Mills who had his hands on it.
Just missed it.
Watch this. Mills comes in, and he deflects it, and Rasty is thinking, oh, he might have had a chance at that.
Yep. It's a good block here on the edge by Barnett. Looks almost like hands to the face by the Hempstead defensive players, like hitting him in the helmet.
I'm impressed with that pass, though, by Jacobson.
That was right on the money.
I don't think that had a chance, and 2 Tigers had an opportunity. 4th down and 9. Pump fake. Rolling out to his left, still behind the line of scrimmage. Throws it, receiver's open, touchdown. And Cedar Falls gets the touchdown. And that's Caden Jansen hauling that in from 21 yards in Cedar Falls. Now with the
great
big
design
lead.
there. Fake the slant, make it look like a slant, let him roll out. Has a whole field to work with out here to the edge. Great route, right on the numbers.
So that short drive, and Jansen hauls it in. And Hunter Jacobson with the touchdown pass, and that was nice looking play.
And you can tell he definitely trusts Jansen on those plays. The interception was thrown up right down the seam to Jansen as well.
And Matthew Eel with the point after.
It's automatic.
Let's see that score again. Look at this is a design play and running a perfect route. That's Jansen excited after he makes that catch. Cedar Falls now leads 21-0. So the sophomore team
Definitely making a statement
Yeah.
here in the first half.
battle of unbeatens has certainly looked impressive.
And they're going to get the ball first after halftime as well. So if the defense can shut them down here and give the offense one more possession before half, that would be nice.
So Matthew Eel will be ready to kick off. He's done a good job. Maybe not the deepest kickoffs, but they've hung in the air and allowed the kickoff team to get down there and converge on the return man. This is his deepest kick, but it's a line drive at the 8. And coming to the near side, and then tripped up is Kyrie Tate. Players shaken up for Hempstead on the field.
We've talked about this before, but the special teams are the most dangerous plays in football because everyone's running full speed when they make contact with each other.
There you see our time left, 4:24 to go in this first half. It was Cedar Falls getting a quick 3 and out on Hempstead. There's the Tigers head coach, Luke Becker. Oh, excuse me, Daniel Martinson, correction. One of the assisting coaches. So the Tigers got that quick 3 and out to begin the ball game. Then they got the ball offensively and had a quick 55-yard drive for a score, and they've been in control ever since. This is Meisenberg bouncing it outside. Meisenberg stiff arms and then brought down after a gain of 5. Parziali with the tackle for Cedar Falls.
Seemed like a lot of work for 5 yards there, but
Clock ticking as we approach the 4-minute mark of this second quarter.
Gain of 5, second down 5 at the, make it the 35-yard line. 35 yard 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 line.
Now the Mustangs trying to beat the clock here and get on the scoreboard before the end of the first half. There's Luke Montacchio. Oh, and a penalty flag comes very late. As Montacchio tripped up and near the first down marker, but let's see what the call is. It's going to be
like
a
face
holding.
mask.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Holding or a face mask against Cedar Falls here. It is a face mask. One of those inadvertent ones. They just mark off 5 yards. So that will be a first down, and the ball goes up to the 44-yard line. Let's check that out.
Yeah, it was right there at the end, finishing the tackle.
On that stop, Brennan Corkery accidentally got his hand up high.
They've run that play a couple times. They fake the sweep or the dive with the tailback, and the quarterback keeps it. Barnett read it this time. Flies in there. A lot of times as a linebacker, you teach them to follow the guards. If the guards pull, they generally lead you to the ball, and Barnett went right there.
Second down and 9. 3 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in this first half. Tigers leading 21-0. It's Meisenberg. Takes a hard hit as he picks up about 4 yards, about 3 yards on the play. Getting some yardage, but Meisenberg's paying the
Form tackle
price.
right there.
Meisenberg, I think may have got his right hand jammed a little bit. He was kind of waving his hand in the air. There's left hand. He's still feeling the effects of that. Is rolling out to his right. Quick pass in the sidelines. Receivers open as Siegert with the catch and then pushed out of bounds. First down for Hempstead with 2 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Hempstead still has all 3 timeouts remaining.
That was a good throw there, too. By the time the receiver turned around, the ball was already on its way.
Right in front of our camera person, Luke Eller with the tackle. I think our cameraman, I think it was Joe Surma, to get him some shoulder pads. He was close to the action there. Play action. Again, they like that slant in, and it's been successful. Another reception for a first down. As making the catch is Tyler Freiberger.
They're kind of going no huddle, which is hard to reset your defense. Kind of throwing on time, on rhythm.
Another tackle for Eller for Cedar Falls, and the ball spotted at the 30. So Hempstead has something going. Under 2 minutes remaining here in this first half. Meisenberg rolling to his right. Again, pays the price after a couple yards picked up. Riley Barnett on the tackle. Also getting help on the play from Jack Clark. Okay. So timeout taken, and this is the first taken by Dubuque Hempstead.
This is a big drive for them. You know, going down at halftime 21-0 or 21-7 is a big difference. So I'm sure they want to talk it over, make sure they get the plays they want here. Also, with their no-huddle offense they've been running, they need a little break here. Catching their wind, getting a drink here.
You're watching the sophomore game between Cedar Falls and Dubuque Hempstead. Both teams coming in unbeaten. Cedar Falls 3-0. Dubuque Hempstead 4-0. Cedar Falls sophomores, there's a few up on the varsity level already. So, Coach Becker.
It'd be interesting to see for Cedar Falls. I know there's some injuries with the varsity level. If some of these guys only play half or if they'll play the full game or what they'll do here.
Second down and 9. Meisenberger rolls to his left, throws it. And coming back is Siegert to make the catch. He steps out of bounds, stops the clock, minute 23 to go.
I think you could hear their coaches yelling, get out of bounds, basically. He caught it on the edge, and he was thinking about turning it up for a few yards, but then thought a little wiser just get out of bounds.
Ryan Fink pushing him out of play. 3rd down and 1. A lot of these slant ends and sideline little curl patterns been successful here for Hempstead. Roll out, and again, receivers open, and it's Siegert with the catch, spins, and then finally dropped, but at the 9-yard line, and Hempstead will have a 1st and goal coming up.
Good finish on the tackle here by Aiden Hansen, I believe. Yep, nice tackle by Aiden Hansen there, good finish.
I say down at the 10-yard line. 1 minute and 5 seconds to go here in the 1st half. They'll run it on the ground. This is Luke Montacchio, and Montacchio picks up only a couple.
Great job by Barnett there, reading the play, getting off the block, and then making the tackle.
Clock continues to tick away, 40 seconds. Hempstead still has 2 timeouts in their pocket. Meisenberg, roll out to the right, throws it. Corner of the end zone, but he overthrows it, and it's incomplete. So it stops the clock, 30 seconds to go. But now it's 3rd down coming up for the Mustangs.
They tried to catch Cedar Falls off guard there because they've ran that rollout pass where they've thrown it short quite a few times. I think they tried to get him creeping up there and throwing over the top. We were ready for it there on the edge.
Ball still spotted right there. I got to put it right at the 9-yard line. And I assume this is 4-down territory again for Hempstead. Down by 21. Roll out, Meisenberg throws it. Receiver's there, and Siegert with the catch, touchdown, and Hempstead gets on the board with just 26 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
That's a great pass here, a good catch, goes up and gets it. Great drive there by Hempstead. Hempstead really needed that to kind of stay competitive in this game. Gives them a little momentum going into halftime, and they got to feel a little bit better about where they're at.
So it was all Cedar Falls early. Game kind of evened out more here in this 2nd quarter. As the extra point is good, it's now 21-7. See the touchdown again as Meisenberg rolling. And again, they've had success with that little gap of about 10, 15 yards over the middle.
They just kind of ran kind of a post into the open area. That was a good pitch and catch there.
So Jaden Siegert, 6'2", 170 pounds with the catch. And it's 21-7. And now Hempstead ready to kick off. The Tigers, they still have 2 timeouts left.
The junior cheer squad's getting ready to go.
So it's cheerleader night. These are young ladies that are active in a camp with the Cedar Falls cheerleaders. Tell you what, you can't match their enthusiasm.
I say they're excited.
Those kids.
Doesn't matter, Hempstead just scored. They're still excited.
Little squib kick and takes a funny bounce. Still live ball, and finally picked up by Rasty for Cedar Falls.
That was a great kick too. I mean, just perfect squib, hopping end over end.
Watch that.
Hard to grab it. You can't. Oh, there it goes. It's just hard to deal with.
Hot potato. 28-yard line, 22 seconds.
You start getting nervous the more it hops and bounces around because it's a live ball, so puts more pressure on getting it.
I would imagine Coach Becker is going to play this kind of conservative here.
Yeah, I would guess they'll be conservative here, but you never know.
Well, just as I say that, 2 wideouts to either side. The lone back is Jordan Hepner. He does have a 38-yard run in this game. And they will give it to Hepner. I always like how he falls forward.
Well, that's one of those plays, if they're not ready for it and you gain 10 or 15 yards, you can call a timeout and throw it a couple times, but I'm guessing they'll be content to go into halftime up 21-7.
Yeah, final seconds tick off here this first half, and Cedar Falls will take a 21-7 lead into the locker room. So it's Cedar Falls with a good start, and that's carried them as they have a 2-touchdown advantage here in halftime, 21-7. And today's broadcast is brought to you by Witham Auto Center. Everything we do is driven by you. Located on South Main Street in Cedar Falls. Or find us online at withamauto.com. We'll be back with the second half of this sophomore game between Cedar Falls and Dubuque Hempstead right after this on Cedar Falls Community Television.